Good morning, everyone. It's me, Jeannie. Today I want to talk to you about all these mixed messages we're getting. Now, we have a lot of great men in this country that have spent thousands and thousands of hours studying the scripture, and they all have a different message, okay? These are great learning men. These men, they have spent so much time studying the Bible, and they all have a different message. One says it's a pre-tribulation rapture, some say it's a mid-tribulation rapture, and some say it's a post-tribulation rapture. Well, I've been reading the Bible, and I'm telling you, I don't think any of them's wrong. I think they're all right. They all are using different scriptures to prove their point, and they are proving their points, okay? But I think that when God comes, it says He comes as a thief in the night, and He takes everybody that's ready right that minute. Anyway, then when the people that are still here realize what happened, and they know that it's the Christians that have left, okay, the people that were on fire for God, the people that had His message and were just thirsty for God, always wanting to talk about God. Well, with them gone, they realize what has happened, that God has come, and it's not that they don't believe in God. It's not that they were wicked people or anything. It's just that they had fallen into a sleep. Anyway, they're going to have to go through the tribulation, the first part of it, the first 3.5 years, I believe. And I believe they will be teaching and helping other people. And I believe in the middle of everything, 3.5 years later, I believe that God comes back and He gets all those that are ready. And then, because they're going to wash their garments during this tribulation. And then God's going to pour out His wrath on the earth, okay? And then there will still be the 144,000, and they are going to keep preaching and teaching, and any souls that they can turn back to God, they'll be gathered at the end time when God comes back to the valley of Jezreel and sets up the great white throne judgment, and everyone's going to have to face Him. Now, I think that the two witnesses die and they go up to God sometime in the midst of this. I don't think they're going to be here through the trials when God pours out His wrath. And the reason I don't think that is because it says the whole earth is watching. And I mean, if the whole earth is watching, I think that happens around mid-tribulation. If the whole world is watching these two men that have been killed, and they're laying in the street for 3 days, and God says, come up here, and they rise, I don't think that there's anybody that isn't going to say, okay, we understand what's happening now, that isn't going to turn their heart and mind to God. I think that everyone does realize it, and the ones that are left behind are the ones that don't love God. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of people saved after that. But these people really hate God, and they've got their heart and mind set against Him. And then it's when He returns with the saints, they attack. I mean, they understand at this point. They know what's going on. But I think that He won't pour out His wrath on the people that understand what's wrong. They will have to go through the tribulations and prove themselves, wash their garments white again, and then He will come and get them. And I don't think any of these great learned men are wrong. I think they're all right. I just don't think that they are taking into consideration that there can be more than one rapture. I don't think. Now, it says that He comes to get His elect first. So I do believe that's the people that are on fire for God, people that are teaching and talking about God, people that are just on fire for God, just love Him, just want His word, just want to talk to Him, want to be with Him, and they are turning their back on sin, and they are embracing God, and they don't want to go any way but with God. Now, there are so many temptations here on earth, okay? There are so many temptations. And the people that are saying, okay, I understand that these things are happening, and yes, I would like this and I would like that, but God says this isn't right. So they turn around and they follow God and they leave the world behind. These are the people that are going in the first wave. Now, when the people that had loved God and been on fire for Him, that had fallen asleep, I think they're going to have to go through the first part of the tribulation. And they'll have to prove themselves. They will wash their garments white as snow. They'll be tried. And then when everything is understood, halfway in the middle of it, God comes back and return and gets them back. There is no other way to explain all of these scriptures, and they all prove they're right. It is pre, post, and mid-tribulation, all three. Anyway, I would like your comments. I will leave my email address in the Dropbox. Please click on the down arrow and get my email address and let me know what you think. I'd appreciate any input. Thank you, and y'all have a blessed week.